Soroyan was well known as a prolific writer, boasting that he wrote his 26 stories for The Daring Young Man on the Flying Trapeze and Other Stories in as many days. He was 26 when that collection was published, and he rarely slowed his output for the next 50 years. While much of his writing remains unpublished, below is the most complete list available of his published short stories, created by Dory Meyer in 2021. Pulling from magazines, anthologies, and his books of short stories, the archives developed a list that contains nearly 600 unique entries. Included are the publication titles and dates, giving you insight into which of his most popular short stories and which ones saw very little release. While it is likely not every story he published, it is by far the most complete list compiled in one location. Because Soroyan's short stories always existed in the liminal space between fiction and autobiography, this work is a list in progress, as deeper research and analysis reveals more unearthed treasures and teases apart non-fiction essays from fictional stories. But then, as Soroyan puts it, I have always written what I had to write, such as this. What is it? It's not a story. It's not even a proper autobiographical fragment. Perhaps like myths and folktales, the distinction is not necessary. From Chance Meetings. I like to go out every day and find a story. Well, it's not quite that cut and dried, and if the truth is told, I don't like to go out every day and find a story at all. I only like to go out. To go out. I can stay in and choose a story from out of a possible 10,000 stories always in my head, eyes, ears, nose, and throat. If it is time to write, you have already been out. You have already found a story, at least one for every day of your life, possibly 2, 3, or 4, perhaps even a dozen stories every day. What is a story? It's a writer with his mind made up to tell a story, to remember something, or to invent something. It comes to the same thing. Readers and writing in his own words. Excerpted from Here Comes, There Goes You Know Who, 1961. The only readers who are readers, the only readers who mean anything to the work of writing, and therefore possible a little something to the writer of the work himself, are the readers who read the way writers write, consciously, aware of themselves, aware of the work being read, aware of the writing itself, and therefore able to get the writing, to know it, to understand what it's all about, what's going on. There are many kinds of writers and many kinds of readers, but the writers who are really writers and the readers who are really readers probably have one thing in common: being on the level without being pompous about it. And it's easy to get off the level, and it's easy to get pompous about just about anything. Thank you for listening to From the Collection of Forever Soroyan. I'm Chris Garcia. See you next week.